Hello and welcome to the debrief. It's Dave O'Neill here, travelling out to Healesville with Huang. Is that right?
Yes, it's Huang.
Going for a drive, do a little gig, then drive back with the chat. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief. It's called the debrief.
Huang.
Yes.
Huang. Okay, I've got to get it right because we're out there with Hughesy, me, you and Hughesy, and we're doing a benefit comedy night for people with... It's a charity for eating disorders.
Yes.
So they said no jokes.
About eating disorders.
I can't talk about being fat. I can't. I've got fat jokes. I've got bulimia jokes. I've got it all.
Wow.
But
Good on you.
she said last time they had some footballers and they said don't talk about weight, and they talked about weight loss and tips for losing weight.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't what they wanted.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't know if you've been out this far in Melbourne. This is like outer east. Healesville's like country almost, really. It is country.
Is it? What's the country about it? Like, do they
Well,
have
you'll
like
see.
farmers?
They have, yeah, there'll be farmers.
Okay, then
But,
that's
there'll be, what happens in Healesville? Bit of fruit and veg, like hippies, you know. This is Lilydale. This is the end of the railway line right here.
cool. Wow.
I'd only ever come here when I fall asleep on the train, and would wake up here, and some guy would be shaking you. Get off. Anyway, you've been on this podcast before. That was a few years ago.
Yeah.
When we were in Perth.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 2 years ago.
2 years
Yes.
maybe. So how? Well, there's people. What are people gathered around? I think there's a food truck.
Yeah, I think so.
What's been happening
I
since
think
then?
it's a charity truck.
Might be a food truck.
It's just been it's been hectic. It's just like touring, working on your show, and then I just feel exhausted. But I'm really happy. I'm working on myself, improving my comedy.
You went to clown school.
Yes, that's very recent. I went to Gaulier in France.
Wow.
This January.
Is that Le Coq? Is that what it's called, or was that a different one?
Sorry.
Le Coq. There's one called Le Coq.
I have
clown
no
school.
idea. I think it's Gaulier. It's just called.
Just Gaulier, yeah.
Yes.
Right. Is that where the guy yells at you? The old guy yells at you? And
Oh, he retired.
Oh, he
unfortunately.
retired?
Yeah, he had a heart stroke, and then he just like retired. His students now are teaching. His wife is still there.
right.
She makes soups every Monday and Friday.
Right. They're good.
€3. Yeah, it's good. It's yummy.
And what sort of other people do it?
I think like drama,
Students.
background, cabaret, improv, troupe, and some like comedians as well, stand-up comics. People who wants to give it a go for alternative lifestyle. You have a psychologist out there.
A psychologist.
Yeah, and that's all sorts of people.
Do you felt you learn anything?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned that I suck at clowning.
Oh, really?
And second of all, I think it's also is really important. I'm a clown who makes people laugh when I'm serious. That's the same
Right.
translate to my comedy as well. It's
Yes.
a weird realization about who I am. Right?
So you present a serious kind of...
Because like the teacher assigned me with the costume, like based on your vibe and character.
And what did she give you?
Military officer.
Oh, that's funny.
Active one, not even retired one. Active in Iraq.
Right. And
Yeah.
what? How did she come up with that? She watches you, or
He. It's a he.
hey, it's a him.
He basically, we first week we do a lot of I just go on the stage, make me laugh without anything. Just you as a person go there, try to make people laugh by doing
How was
stupid
that?
stuff. It was tough. It was weird because like
You're used to using words.
yeah, and I tried to force myself not to use words.
Yeah.
So it was really tough. And then by doing this kind of improv clowning exercise, the teacher will have some idea in his head about you.
Was
And
there
then-
anyone who was really good at it?
Yeah, there's a Japanese guy who was really funny. I think
Yeah.
in Japanese, people have some certain rhythm.
Physicality, maybe.
Yeah, the rhythm about them is so funny. Is there's another Irish girl. She's so funny.
Oh, really? Yeah,
She
the
can
Irish.
rock up with everyone, and because someone would do like duo, or like a 3 ones, and then she can pair up with anyone and make the whole thing funny. So
Oh.
she's very good. Yeah.
That's annoying. And you're there just... But you're probably funnier than...
Now I'm
you-
just suck. I suck at clowning. Yeah. Then the teacher, cause like we have to switch costumes. Like basically the exercise is trying to be ask you to be fun, have fun when you switch a costume with someone else randomly, and you can become someone else.
Yeah, yeah.
And then that's where I become another person, and then that's where I can see the sparks in my instructor's eyes for the first time when he looked at me.
What costume did you have then?
Gym coach.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah,
I
right.
really enjoyed it.
And can you use your voice in any of this, or...
Yeah, you can use it. You can use words.
Right. They
Yeah,
just-
one of the exercises is like, we have to mimic some sounds, like sounds when you have taffy in your mouth.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Sounds when you
right.
have a hot potato in your mouth. Just one exercise we have to go up there, try to argue.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, 2 clowns argue with each other.
How long did this go for, this course?
2 weeks.
Oh,
Every
2
day.
weeks, right.
Every day, Monday to Friday.
Wow.
2 weeks.
Expensive?
I think it's pretty expensive, like
Yeah.
1,200 euros for the course itself.
Oh, that's not too bad. but
Not too
that's-
bad for 40 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of exercise. I wish the class could be smaller, would be nicer. Because
How many people in the class?
In my class, we have like a 20 or 30, close to 30.
Gee.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
Hey, you wouldn't get much individual attention
Yes, that's it. That's the problem. I don't have individual time too much.
Come on, Gautier. And they just pump it through. There'll be another 30 starting after you, probably.
Yeah. Another 2 students, I think they're not really happy with the teaching method or like the amount of time they get exercise. I think one didn't show up for the second week.
Just went bugger this.
Yeah, and then one didn't show up for the last 2 days. So they were like, fuck this. I think the last one was like TV writers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
He
when.
was like, what is this? Yeah.
No, I've heard mixed reports, but if it can help you, that's good.
Yeah, I try to have a open mind about everything I learned.
Yeah.
Try to get the good out of it, but I can see how people have some criticism about it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's not for you. You just can't force it. Yeah.
Oh, like anything. And was it a whole range of ages?
I think it's like there's a morning class and afternoon class. I was in the morning ones. I think in the morning one, most of us like a 30s.
Yeah, a bit
Yeah,
older.
late 20s to 30s. Yeah.
Right.
The oldest one's like a 60.
Oh, right, wow.
Yeah,
My
he's
age.
retired. Yeah, he's retired. I think a retired finance accountant, a consultant. Yeah. He used to do like improv. He's actually really funny.
Yeah. Was there any other Australians or
Yes,
Chinese?
it's 5 Australians.
5 Aussies.
Yeah, from Newcastle, Melbourne,
Wow.
Sydney. Yeah.
Any other Chinese people?
I think I'm the only Chinese,
Only
there.
Chinese.
Yeah, it's only Chinese. They have Chinese before, but not too many. Yeah.
Do you consider yourself Australian now or just Chinese Australian or Chinese and Australian?
I think mostly Chinese.
Yeah.
Because Australia, I still like 5 years, but I think it's become more and more Australian. Yes.
When you go back to China, do they say, "Oh, you're Australian now"? Do they do that?
They
thing?
think I'm weird. I'm a traitor. They think.
Oh, really?
Because I'm the only one in my family decided to live abroad.
Yeah.
And then coming from it's just imagine if you're coming from Catholic Bogan family living inside the mountains, and one of you guys just become artist, and then creative, and then the rest of the family is like, who are you? Like, what a weirdo you are. Like, you think you're better than us?
So that's what they think of you.
I think so.
But you came over to study politics or something, didn't you? I remember last time in America you studied.
Yeah. They would, if I go that one, they
They'd
would
like
be.
that.
Yeah, they were like, because
That's prestige.
Yeah, they would like bring some honor to the family, like social status. But what
Yeah.
are you now? Like,
But
what?
now you're a comedian.
Yeah, and then in the language they don't even care or want to understand it. I think my dad is interested,
Yeah.
but the rest of my family,
You must have
they're
got
like,
it
"No."
from somewhere.
I think maybe it's like previous life.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
he's a frustrated comedian, your dad.
Yes. My dad is learning English. He's very excited. He wants to. I think he wants to move.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you the only child?
Yes.
Oh, wow. The one child policy.
Yes. True.
So that was a thing. That was an actual real thing they did,
Yeah.
didn't it? Yeah.
It's a very it's very brutal. Yeah, the forced abortion.
Yeah, terrible.
It's terrible, horrifying stories. Abandoned kids, mostly babies, girls.
Terrible. Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Yes, and then infanticide, like lots of killing baby girls.
Oh,
Yes, that's why there's a huge wave of Australian, American, English people adopting Chinese baby girls.
yeah.
My hometown is a big source for baby girls.
Oh, really? I had a friend that adopted Chinese. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, because my hometown, as I said, is very conservative, left behind, traditional farmer,
Yeah.
and having a baby girl is not really valuable. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like they
yeah.
want to have boys, so there's a lot of abandoned
It's terrible.
girls. Yeah. So a lot of them. There's a documentary on Netflix that some American Chinese
Yeah, right.
go back to find, and they start an organization and then a Facebook page. I think lots of them are coming to my hometown
Oh,
to
really?
find their real parents.
Do you think the Chinese government monitor your work? Will they be listening to this right now?
I hope
Taking
not.
notes?
I still want to keep my social credit
Yeah, come
because I
on.
still need it for my flights
Yeah.
back to China to visit my family.
Have you had any evidence that they're watching? Or some
I think
occasionally see someone in the audience and go, hang on a minute.
No, I think when I first got viral, I feel like someone's in the audience is different. But
If you're
now,
on TV, yes.
now I think they've been sussing me out, and then they're
Yeah.
like, it's fine. Yeah.
Maybe they've got other issues on their mind.
I think they have a lot of issue nowadays. The
Yeah.
economy, employment,
Yeah.
isolation. I think it's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, just like at the bottom of the ladders.
Yeah, the comedians. But in your parents' town, is it still a farming town? Because you read in the paper or whatever that a lot of Chinese have to go to the city to work now. Is that a thing?
Yeah, even for my parents, they're coming from farmers as well.
Yeah.
My grandparents are farmers. My parents are the first generation
They're not
working
they're
in town.
government, are they? Your
Yeah,
parents?
yeah. And I think it's I think China has a big shortage of farm, and like it doesn't really matter because my hometown farming style is self-sufficient. It's not like American big farm.
Is it rice or what is it?
Yeah, it's just like self-sufficient, like
They're
because
small farms.
yeah,
yeah.
not even farms because it's like a household.
Ah, okay, yeah,
it's
right.
Mountains. It's
Yeah, they
mountains.
have those rice paddy fields that they have on the side
Yeah,
of the mountain.
you can't have
They're
a big,
intense.
Yeah, you can't be commercialized.
No.
The mountains. It's hard
No.
to harvesting those small pieces of land.
I've seen them on a documentary. That's intense rice farming.
Yeah.
Oh, we could always go back and do that, but you don't
Oh
want
no, I'm
No.
good. Thank you. It's under my name though, but I can't. I don't want to.
Have your parents been to Australia to see you, or?
No. I think my mom. They're waiting for my dad to get retired.
Okay, right.
She doesn't want it to. Yeah.
Sure, fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. She was like, "Oh, I'm so weak." I don't know. It's so funny. I was like, I travel everywhere. It's just like, oh,
But they
you
must
can
miss
travel.
you. They must miss you a lot.
Yeah.
You're their only child.
Yes, they do miss me.
You go back a bit though, don't you?
Yeah, I go back. I think I go back more than often all my friends because
Yeah. You got
You
the
know-
freedom, probably.
honestly, working in China is pretty shit.
Yeah.
It's like a slave, right? You don't have freedom.
hard work.
Like if you had like my friends, you have to work for the same agency for more than 10 years to have a 10 days annual leave.
Jesus.
Exactly.
10 days.
They don't even have that much of time to go back home to
Well-
keep their parents company.
And they
I have
work
a
on
month
they work on
there.
the weekend too, don't they? They work
They,
weekends.
I mean, they don't say they work on the weekend, but you know, if you have to work, you can't finish. You have to work on the weekend for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty
Well,
shit.
Yeah, you're better off here, I think.
Yes, much better off. My mom is actually happy because she's worried because I'm so spoiled, right? She's like, oh, you can't never get used to Chinese working environment. You have so much freedom now.
But you'll probably never go back to live again.
I don't.
You'd stay in the
I
West.
tried it 1 year. I can't do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you go back to the village or to a big city?
Beijing, back to Beijing.
Beijing, yeah, right.
And it's like, oh my god, because like I think I'm so used to the Western, like
Yeah.
the kind of social, you know, Here, like you wanted to social, you can social. It doesn't really influence your work environment.
Yeah.
You can hang out with your coworker if you want. You don't want, you can go home, and then just have your own time. And then you feel like a human. You feel respected.
Yeah.
The law still works here. In China, it's like you have to force to hang out with the coworkers somehow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like a hierarchy stuff, and then if you're normal people who have no, connections, you feel shit. You don't feel like a human being.
God,
Yeah,
it's full on.
it is fucking full on. I hate it. I was like, I can't deal with this.
What sort of work were you doing when you were there for a year?
I like most of my work is like NGO work.
In jail?
No, NGO, like in charity.
NGO.
Yeah,
right. I thought you
non-profit.
said jail.
No,
NGO,
I wish
right? NGO.
I wish I was in jail.
Yeah, sure. And they would monitor the NGOs too, pretty heavily,
Yeah.
I'd reckon. My brother works in NGOs, and the one in
Yeah,
Switzerland.
non-profit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
No, they
Well,
are not.
You've boomed in Australia. People are loving you. So
Oh, thank you.
people. No one wants to follow you. You're so funny. So I don't want to go after Huang. She's too good.
Oh no, I think I really feel lucky to some degree. Like,
But people have been very welcoming, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've been pretty good.
I mean, my experience being really good. It's sometimes like it's funny because I don't know how I feel about this. Like sometimes I do a gig in a regional Australia. People always question me. They're like, "You must be Australian. Fake that accent."
Oh, really?
And I'm like, okay.
You're like,
I don't know how I
"No."
feel about this. Like, am I good?
Well,
Should I feel good for an artist?
I mean, there's a lot of Chinese people in Australia. You'd think they would have met a Chinese person, but maybe not.
They were like, oh, you must be Australian. You fake the accent. It's not only one person being telling me that.
Really, that's happened a few times.
Yeah, they're questioning me, and then I was like, it's okay. I was like, okay, yes.
That's a bit weird.
It is weird. When you do that country gigs, they will like do that.
Oh, look. I mean, there's Chinese people in all the capital cities, but maybe not in some of the remoter areas.
I feel.
I don't know if there'll be many Chinese people here tonight in Healesville.
Yeah.
There'll be some Chinese people living out here.
Yeah,
but
I did a roadshow in one of the city. I forgot which ones. I think I will have to flew. We have to flew to Broken Hill.
Oh, that's very
and
remote.
then drive.
Yeah, to Mildura?
Yeah. Oh no, I think we have to drive. I forgot the city name. They don't even have an airport. We have to drive there.
Yeah.
And it's like 4,000 people.
Oh,
Or
yeah, they
5,000.
may not have seen a Chinese person.
Yeah, they're probably the only Chinese people who speak fluent, who doesn't work in the restaurant.
Yes.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
So they were like shocked a little bit.
Like, what? Did they laugh, though?
They laughed.
Oh,
They were
that's
just
good.
like, I think the laughter was a lot of shock in it.
Yeah, they're like, wow. You're,
like,
you're very
wow.
exotic, though, compared to if you're near Broken Hill.
Yes.
Even though you think with mining, mining tends to be quite international these days.
Yeah.
But obviously, that weren't even in Broken Hill.
Yes. So I think like it's so funny.
That is funny.
Yeah, question me. I was like, okay, so should I be more Chinese that I don't need
Or
to be
less.
questioned?
Yeah. That's funny.
Yes, it's really funny. It's flattering to the degree, but it's really funny too.
It's odd, that's for sure.
It's odd.
It's a bit odd. Well, here we are. Healesville will hopefully be a friendly audience.
I think they'll be friendly.
Yeah, no, they'll
I
be
have a
friendly.
good hunch.
They'll be friendly.
Mhm.
They'll be good.
Mhm.
I don't think we'll have any problems here.
Yeah, no.
It'll be fun.
I don't have any. I don't think I've run into any unfriendly Australian crowd
Oh, well.
so far.
Oh, this could be the one tonight.
No.
No, generally Australian audiences are pretty good, but occasionally you can hit a bad one.
Yeah, like a rowdy one. The
Yeah,
drunk crowd.
drunk.
Like, everybody can't handle
Rowdy, a
it.
bit aggressive. Sometimes if they've got someone setting a bad tone, it can affect things in the crowd. But
Yeah.
we should be right.
Yeah, we should be alright. I think people who goes to theater are always very, very nice. crowd.
Yeah. This kind of thing will be good.
Wow. Psych.
A cyclist in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
Hardcore.
Okay, well, we'll come back after the gig and we'll talk about the gig.
Yes.
We're on our way to Healesville. Hey, Huang. Hey, Huang. Hey, I'm trying to say your name properly.
He Huang.
He Huang.
Yes, that's
He Huang.
He
Okay,
Huang.
He Huang.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we're back. Keep listening.
Fine.
Yes, you're back on the debrief here with Dave O'Neill and Hey Huang, but we're not in the car because the car recording didn't work out because I forgot to turn on the mic anyway. But Hey is so lovely. I've called her on the phone a few weeks later. How are you, Hey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, do you remember this gig we did in Healesville?
Yeah, I still remember. It was as fresh as yesterday's me.
What was your impression of the gig? It was in a theatre. It was for a charity.
Yeah.
And what was the crowd? What was the crowd like?
It was incredibly old crowd.
Well, like
Very
my
artsy.
age and up, and then a few young people, but not that many young people.
Yeah, not too many. Yeah.
And I just remember with you, there was a woman yelling out about her vegetable garden when you were talking about women living by themselves, and she had her vegetables.
Yeah. Like, sometimes I do crowd work. I just want to know how single women live. And I'm just like trying to imagine my life be, which is not that fun. And, but she's really passionate about her garden. I thought it was some euphemism for sex. I'm like, okay. You never know.
I know, and you kept saying eggplants. She goes, I've got no eggplants. I've got carrots. Because eggplants is a sexual thing, but she didn't know. I don't think she knew that, what you were talking about, somehow.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit cheeky. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I went on, I said, and Lisa, I think her name was, Lisa's here with a garden. And she's like, she started going off about it. I said, all right, don't get aggressive about your garden. Anyway, it was fun. They liked you, though, and you did ask if there's any Chinese people, and so there was one Chinese person. Is that correct?
Yes. Later on, I found out because the lady, I think she's also part of the charity, and she has a organic farm. So they have like like a volunteer or working holiday people there.
Yeah.
So he just literally arrived the day before our gig.
Wow. Well, that's...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder if that person understood any of the gig, or was just like, what is this weird cultural thing happening in this...
I have no idea if he understands or not.
Now,
I don't know if he likes me or hates me. That's it.
How did Adelaide go? You hadn't been to Adelaide, I don't think, but you've since been to Adelaide Fringe, is that right?
Yeah, I just finished my Adelaide. I finished my Adelaide Fringe last week.
And is this where you're doing the show? I've seen the photos now of you dressed. It's called Struggles of a White Man. What's it called? Sorry, what's your show called?
White Man's Burden.
White Man's Burden.
Mm.
And how did that show go?
It was really fun, actually. I was surprised how much fun I have with the show. Like, I feel like being a kid, just playing a character, and then just really stupid everything.
So you're playing a white man, basically, are you, in the show?
Yeah, like tech bro, generic, like tech bro, like Silicon Valley.
That's right, the tech, and this is why. And you look, I know. I remember when we were driving to the gig, you talked a bit about the clowning school. Have you used your clowning skills?
I think the only thing I learned from clowning, because the 2 weeks are too short.
Yeah.
Mostly just to have fun. Like, you have to really have fun on the stage. Sometimes I forgot to have fun, but then the whole show is like you have to be, you need to have fun so that people can, because I'm doing something not me. So I need to make sure that I'm having fun so the audience will know it's safe, it's fun.
Yeah.
And also have the dignity. So like when you do a character, I need to learn how to have the dignity to commit it to the character, and then also do not jump out of the character again.
I can't wait to see it. So you're doing Melbourne. So this will be out when Melbourne starts. And then are you doing any other festivals after Melbourne?
Yeah, I'm like Sydney. I'm going to Canberra tomorrow, and then Melbourne and Sydney and New Zealand, and then Brisbane, I think, and then some parts of Queensland.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, keep your eye out. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, which we lost in the lost recordings, was you're a bit of a believer in the mystical world, and you've been to see... How many psychics do you see a year? I can't remember the number.
I don't see. I just have a budget. I'm keep discovering new psychic and the new fortune teller. Like a different way to call them. Or like psychic is. I also have medium. Psychic is more like they can see the future, and then fortune teller is more old fashioned, like using
cards.
Like a Hindu. Like they have Indian astrology, Western astrology, and also Chinese astrology. everything there that you need to have an in-depth knowledge about a lot, right? Like astrology, the geology, and then some of this knowledge about life and stuff. So that's like fortune telling. Psychic is more crystal, tarot, and palm reader different. And also you have medium, which can talk to the dead people.
Do you go see all types of those people, or just you?
Yeah, I try everything.
I love it. And how many have you seen in the last year or so, you reckon?
Oh, I saw tarot reader and Chinese fortune telling. Saw 3 of them.
Wow.
And
So you must get something out of it.
yeah, I think it's so funny. Like I don't know how self-aware everyone is. I just feel like they tell me lots about myself.
Yeah,
So
you told me in the car that
really
one.
like it.
You told me in the car that one kind of early on predicted you were going to be a comedian. They said you were going to work with your voice or something. Like.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my mouth to have a living. That's what they say.
And what did you think? You're going to use my mouth? What did you think?
I was like, oh, am I a teacher or lawyer? Like basically using your public speaking skills to have a living.
That's incredible. I mean,
yeah, that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I don't write any of that stuff off. I think it's interesting. What about the egg lady? You went and saw someone who used eggs.
Yeah, that's the egg lady. That's what she said.
So tell us about this. Is not a concept that a lot of Australian people would know. Was this in China where you went to see the egg lady?
Yes. So basically, the 1 year, I think I was sick all the time without any reason. Just feel incredibly ill and weak, but they couldn't figure out what it is. Like it's not like critical, life or death, but just like constantly feel ill and weak and sick.
Yeah, nausea.
So my uncle, no, like just you feel like a panic attacking,
Okay.
and sometimes hard to breath,
Sure.
and then you get fainting all
Sure.
the time.
Sure.
And then my uncle says that there's a lady I know that she can cure people, or basically exorcism. It means like you have bad spirit or bad spell on you, so you go there and she will just do something, and then she will eat the egg, and then you will be better, like much better right after. So that when we see the lady, and then she ate the egg, I think I was sick for a while.
You had to eat the egg.
She eats it.
You eat the egg, right?
Yeah, boil and then burn some incense. And she told me a lot about my family and stuff. That's pretty much it.
I'm just intrigued about the use of the egg. That's like.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
But you still eat eggs? Are you a fan of eggs?
I love eggs.
Yeah.
Nowadays the eggs cost so much.
Yes,
But,
yes.
really
I find all that stuff really interesting. How all that stuff, and how you get.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
I mean, some people see a counselor, some people go to the gym, but you obviously find something in this, which is good.
That's true. I have a joke about it. I'm planning to do it more. Yeah, it is the same kind of like. What's her name? She's a very famous singer. She's American. She used psychic or astrologist as therapist as well.
Yeah, who was that? Barbara Streisand or someone?
No, super young. I remember her. She's super young one,
Beyonce?
like mid-30s. No, not Beyonce though.
Cardi B. I don't know. Taylor Swift.
Cardi. Not Taylor. Not Tay Tay. Tay doesn't believe any of this.
Olivia
She
Rodrigo.
believes in hard work.
I'm thinking of the bands my daughter likes. There's a few. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Some people put a lot of weight on it. I find it fascinating. Well, I'll ask you the questions and I'll let you go. So, what went well at the gig?
Oh, I think in general, I do like the gig. The gig is very supportive. This is the vibe that people hear for a fun time. I think the general vibe is really good.
Yeah, the people.
And then I got the flower. I love it.
The flowers. They gave you flowers. That's right. Yeah, I got some. What didn't go well? What didn't go well, you reckon?
Maybe the layout of the theater is not really good for comedy, because and also they are kind of judgy.
Yeah,
the crowd.
This
I guess they're old, that's why.
This leads to my next question: what organisational hazards got in the way? And that covers certainly the physical. Well, the techs, and you'll see this in theatres a bit. the techs want to do it the way they've set it up, but they had us standing 20 feet away from the crowd. And I said, you can't stand that far away. We're going to move up closer. Oh, but the lights aren't set for that. Well, whatever, but we're going to move closer to the crowd. And everyone, you naturally move closer. You don't stand 20 feet away. And the crowd, they were, because it's, Healesville's an interesting area. So Healesville's a country town, but it's really part of Melbourne now. And you get a lot of sort of tree changers, hippies. And so they can be, probably a little bit judgy, maybe. I don't know.
It's just like a Bendigo or Castlemaine. It's all just more progressive people. So when you do some like really punchy jokes, you will feel the energy is a bit
yes,
like
yeah, you're right. Because they're slightly progressive audience up there. They're all into greens. They're all into the environment and stuff. Because when you talk to them afterwards, they're actually probably a large percentage of them are quite educated in terms of being, teachers and, they'd be doctors and that kind of thing. So if you go a bit edgy, they get a bit, should we be laughing at this? Whereas if you go to a rougher place, they'll just laugh at anything. They don't care. Like,
I think so.
If you go 2 hours up the road, it'd just be like, you could say, whatever. Okay, well, how can we do better next time for the gig?
I think we already did really well, honestly. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's good.
And I think, I don't know, I just really liked the gig. I don't think anything, I mean, maybe next time I probably will talk to the audience slow. I think
I'll be
I was
slower.
rushing a little bit in the crowd work. I was rushing a little bit, not in terms of
so was I.
I was rushing a little bit.
So was I. I reckon I was too. Anyway, you may never go to Healesville again, but if you go back...
No, maybe if it pays, why not?
Well, it was good to see you, and it was always fun to do a gig with you, and good luck with your show.
Great, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, hey Huang, go and see her. She's very funny. It's going to be big, so you got to get in quick before she blows up, and you can't get a ticket. That's my tip.
Thank you. Thank you for the vote of confidence.